Babe,
Hmm.
what are you doing?
I'm eating. Nothing.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, that's a picture of me.
Why do you dress like this for Instagram and then you dress like this for me?
What are you talking about?
I mean, why can't you dress like this in the house? The way you dress like this, why can't you just wear this right now and stand around and eat your apples? And look at the way you're eating this. Look.
I don't want to wear that tight clothes at home. Don't you want me to be comfortable?
No, I don't. I want you to be like this. I want you to look just like this at the house.
Where is this coming from?
It's coming from the fact that I feel like you don't like to do stuff for me, but when it comes to everybody else or even IG, you love to go out your way. When you go out with your girlfriends, you do the most. When you're about to post a picture on Instagram, you do the most. When it's just me and you chilling, you do nothing.
Yeah, because Instagram is monetized. This is nuts.
I just want to be appreciated a little bit the way Instagram get the appreciation.
But you have the full package. Everything is underneath here.
It doesn't matter. When you go buy a phone, right? They give you the phone inside of a box. They package it so nice and all that. I want you to package the package. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this right here, I know you bad. We know that. I would love to appreciate it too, the way everybody on Instagram does.
Me, I just feel like you appreciate it. You just asking me to do extra things. You're just complaining at this point. What? This is complaining.
Do you not see my point of view? Like, do you not see the fact that this is not right?
I don't think there's a problem. You just want me to switch it up, and I don't know. What do you want me to wear now?
Go put on the bathing suit.
Why? Are we going swimming?
No, we ain't going swimming. Fine, just put on some lingerie then.
What I found so interesting about this particular video is I think it touches on a few key points and challenges that we see in relationships today. First of all, the problem with social media is that it can bring out highlight some of the worst aspects of humanity. Anonymity has given people the freedom to speak and to voice the worst aspects of their beliefs and the most profane aspects of what they believe without the fear of shame and consequence that they might have otherwise if they said it in front of people that they knew. And also, another thing that it does is feed the innate desire women have to be validated, to be affirmed, to be loved. And here's the thing, validation, affirmation, and love are not bad things. These are actually things that are God-given and innate. Nothing wrong with it. The problem is God gave us those desires, and he wanted those desires to be met within a particular context, within the context of a community, within the context of healthy relationships, marriage, and ultimately within the context of a relationship with God himself. The problem with social media is that oftentimes becomes a void that ladies use instead of getting that desire met in a healthy way. And so what this video touched upon, it was really powerful, which is what the need for validation sometimes and for that social high or social fix is so strong that a woman can even be willing to overlook the things that she has that are real in her life to get the validation and the desire of people that are not real. Because think about it. What does it matter that you get likes and views and comments from people across the country or across the world who will never see you, who don't know your name, who don't know how you look when you wake up in the morning, like who don't know anything about you. All they know is the fabricated life that you curate online. Like, what does it matter what they think? For a lot of women, it matters. And that's what I'm saying. It matters because we have an innate desire to be loved and validated and affirmed. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's called being a woman. The problem is, if that is not being filled in the right way, then it can go to social media. What is also fascinating about this is how, I think because we also live in a culture that inherently tells us that men's desires are misogynistic and that the things that men desire or deem as desirable are misogynistic and dominating to women. For a man to express a desire or to express something he wants from a woman can actually be seen as disrespectful or can be seen as chauvinistic. And this is what we see in this example. This is a man who's with this girl, with this lady, with his wife presumably, and just wants to enjoy the best of her himself. Doesn't want the world to enjoy the best of her, wants him to enjoy that, wants to see her dressed up because he's a man. He wants to see his good thing be beautiful. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that. But she's pushing it off. She's like, oh, whatever, you're taking this so seriously, et cetera, like basically downplaying his need. And I know this is a skit, but again, I think this speaks to the dynamic that we see being fostered in a Western feminist society, where in certain contexts, we clearly see that male desires or male perceptions of heterosexuality are inherently chauvinistic, while what women desire and what women deem are seen as admirable, are seen as reasonable, and are seen as balanced. And I think that's just not really fair. There is nothing wrong with a man wanting to enjoy the beauty of his lady. There's nothing wrong with that. And I also don't see anything wrong with a man being concerned that his lady gets more joy out of showing off to people that have no relationship and have no connection to her than she wants to show for the man. And I think also this is something that a woman has to ask herself too, because it is not uncommon for a woman to still get married or to still be in relationships with men, but still desire that attention from other men, or still desire that attention from others, still need that fix, still need to know, still keep dip their toe somewhere else just in case it gets out of line, or just in case it doesn't work out. And again, I think that is also toxic, because if you are with somebody, you need to be with them. You need to be fully with them. You can't really expect to grow or expect to build if you're not all in. If you always have your toe dipped somewhere else, if you're always looking or waiting for the time that you could break it off and go to somebody else who can give you better options, that again is toxic. And again, that's another reason I think sometimes we have these situations. You have women who have in the back of their mind always think that there might be something better. And so instead of being all in the relationship, they're mostly in, but they're always going to keep their options open in case he gets out of line. That is just not a healthy aspect of any relationship. Like, that's not healthy, and that is not how a relationship can really thrive. So yeah, this is a really short skit, but I thought it was really powerful, and I thought it really gave us idea of teasing out some aspects, some challenges that are going on today in social media. Social media is not real life. Social media is a fabricated, curated idea that a particular person or brand will create. We don't know what we don't see. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. We don't know what isn't shared. So based upon that is a false reality. And I think it should always be looked at through that lens. Anyways, y'all, that is what I have. What do y'all think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far. And we'll talk later, okay? Bye.